If you are looking to become a full-time sports videographer, this video is for you. I'm going to show you 6 simple steps, all from learned experience on how to get there. My name is Corey Cash, and I'm a videographer for the last 9 years. For the last year, I've been exclusively working with NBA guard Dylan Brooks. So I manage his YouTube vlog, his social media, and anything that's not NBA or team-related content. Within my 9-year career, I've also been shooting various pros, but now I'm exclusively working with one. And just to let you know, this is not ChatGPT created. I just wrote some notes. So if you see me looking down, I'm just making sure I'm staying on track and I'm getting all the information I possibly can to you. So step number 1, you have to be valuable before you start charging. And what I mean by that, before you start charging clients, you want to make sure that your work is good. Because if your work's not good and then you start charging a little bit too early, people are not going to take you seriously. They're not going to justify the price for the work that they see. In order to improve, how I started was YouTube. I'm a self-taught videographer. I did not go to school for it. I went to school for something completely different. YouTube is a great platform to learn videography. Like when I was coming up, there was YC Imaging, which he's still around now. He's a huge YouTuber. Over the last couple of years, I've been watching Peter Sorales. Another thing you're going to want to do is shoot your friends or your local athletes. And here's the thing, guys, like there's nothing wrong with doing free work to improve your portfolio. To this day, I am 9 years in, and there are some projects that I'll take on for free because 1, it's either a passion project, or 2, it's a piece that can improve my resume. Also, don't be afraid to cold DM other videographers. When I was coming up, if I like someone's work, I'll just simply, shoot them a DM, maybe asking them a question, maybe congratulating them on something that they just put out. I wanted to reach out to people whose work I admired. You can reach out to me. I try to answer as much DMs as possible. I also created a new school community that I'll leave linked below where sports videographers can, show their work, ask for critiques, ask for suggestions, and network with other sports videographers. And it's completely free. So yeah, step 1, your skills is your foundation and great content is your currency. And I say that with a little caveat because you can be the best videographer, but you also have to be personable as well. So if you're like super awkward, you're going into shoots, you're not talking to anybody, you're definitely going to miss out on some opportunities no matter how good your work is. When it comes to like athletes or pro athletes, they just want to feel as normal as possible. So if you're in the gym and you're shooting, make yourself known, of course, but don't be opportunistic. Just be yourself, be cool, say hi to people, shake their hands, have a little convo, because that stuff goes a long, long way. I remember I was at a OKC run in Toronto, and one thing I noticed about Shea is he is very personable. He's a world champion. He's an MVP. He's arguably one of the best players in the league right now. And one thing he will do is when he comes in the gym, like I don't know him personally, but one thing he does when he's in the gym is that he says hello to everybody in the gym. It doesn't matter if he knows them or not. And that type of humbleness really inspired me to, whenever I get into the gym and I'm shooting, just to just say hello to everybody. I think that makes the difference of the world. Step 2, put yourself online. One thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to consistently post your work, because with social media these days, man, we are consuming so much content, and it's so easy to forget that you may be a videographer, you may be a sports videographer. That's why you want to post pretty consistently. You don't always have to post, finished pieces. It could just be clips or something to show your expertise. And another thing I would suggest is utilizing your stories, showing the behind the scenes processes to your work. Because again, when you're more personable, people are more likely to reach out. There is a million videographers out there. And with videography now, it's such a low barrier to entry that it's somewhat saturated. So how you're going to stand out for the rest is actually, like I said before, is being personable, letting people see that you're a real human online. When I was coming up, it was a thing to be like a mystery videographer, photographer. Videographers didn't show any type of personality. But nowadays, with the overconsumption of content, I just feel people are craving a natural, raw, authentic connection. So don't be afraid to use your stories. For me, when it comes to showing my work, Instagram is my main platform. I probably get like 95% of my gigs or client work from Instagram. The other 5% I do get from LinkedIn. You can also use YouTube Shorts and TikTok as well. I haven't really got so much work from them, but I still do utilize them when I can. One hack that you're going to want to utilize on Instagram is collaborating your posts. For 5 or 6 posts, I collaborated with Dylan, and that's done wonders for me. But let's say I didn't have Dylan. For the other people that are maybe smaller or have smaller organizations, I still collab with them too, because it allows their audience to see who's behind the work. And that has also allowed me to get more paid work. You don't need a big platform. You just need visibility. Some of the better sports videographers, in my opinion, have smaller accounts than me. So when I look at them, it's honestly inspiration to keep on posting and post more frequently and consistently. Step number 3, get involved with your local teams. I'm from a big city, so I have the privilege of having a lot of prep schools in the area, a lot of high schools in the area, a lot of basketball organizations in the area, and a couple summer pro teams in the area as well. If you want paid work, you're going to want to get in contact with these organizations and negotiate a deal. Shooting teams has a higher return on investment because they generally have more budget to spend on media. However, if you're at a high school or AAU tournament and you're shooting with an organization, don't be afraid to shoot other teams as well and then pitch them individual videos, reach out to certain players, so you can even make more money by offering individual highlight reels. One thing about being a sports videographer is that word travels fast. Once one organization sees your work, they will not hesitate to reach out to you if they need work as well. Opportunity can multiply, especially if your work's good and you're personable. Step number 4, build a network. Connect with other creatives. One of the videographers that has tremendously helped me, and I'll never be afraid to shout him out, is Tristan. His name on Instagram is Tris416, and he works with Fred Van Fleet. And he has helped me so much when it comes to this sports videography world. He's given me endless game. So don't be afraid to network and build a community around sports videography. Another reason why you want to build a network is because you always want to be inspired. When I look at some of these guys' works, I'm always picking apart what they're doing, how I can improve. And it's no like competition in a way that I want to be better so I can take their opportunities. It's I want to just improve on my own work so I can become better in this space. Stay active in this community, ask questions, be humble, and keep on shooting. I know I mentioned it before, but if you are looking to interact with other videographers with, like-minded goals, just join my free school community. I just started it. I'm hoping to get that to like thousands of members, and we can all be sharing our work and just having a positive environment. Step number 5, what gear should I use? Man, there are so much videos on YouTube about this camera, that camera. There's essentially a camera dropping every year. And I'll just say this. All these cameras are amazing. You can shoot Netflix content with some of these cheaper cinema cameras. It's just crazy. So what I will say is do not fall for the gear hype. I use right now a FX30, and this has been my best camera in 9 years. I don't get excited for camera gear at all. I would actually recommend investing in glass before a camera body, because glass can last you honestly forever, where bodies don't last you as long. When I'm shooting at games, I like a minimal setup. I don't even use an external monitor, to be honest. I just want it small and as compact as possible, especially when I'm moving through the crowd. Sometimes it can draw unnecessary attention with the people around you, and then you have the crowd asking you all these questions, which is cool. But if it's more low-key, I notice you'll get less attention and they'll tend to leave you alone and let you do your job. And another thing is you want to master your equipment before you move on. Like I said, I use a $2,000 FX30, and I'm completely satisfied with it for now. Before you thinking about upgrading your gear, just make sure your income can match that. You don't want to spend tens of thousands on a camera and you don't have the income that can buy that camera back. Camera gear doesn't make you better. Mastery of the camera gear makes you better. Number 6, choose your career path. Always be working on your portfolio. Decide if you want to be a freelancer, if you want to work for an agency, if you want to work for a specific team organization. It depends what's going on in your life. For example, if I had a wife, kids, a home, I don't necessarily think that a freelancer would be my first option. I'd probably be more looking for a team organization to work for, so it'd feel like I have a little bit more stability, because being a freelancer, anything goes, you're all over the place, and your life is pretty unpredictable for the most part. When you get to a certain level, it's not just about making videos, it's about choosing a lifestyle that works for you. And that's the end of the 6-step process to becoming a sports videographer. I just want to say overall, commit to learning, network, be personable, reach out, dare to be better, and just stay committed, because trust me, you can make a full-time career doing this. You just gotta be passionate about it. And I keep on saying it, but it's being personable is such a underrated skill that nobody talks about, especially when it comes to being a videographer. So I'm gonna drill that as long as I make these videos. So yeah, that's it. I'll definitely be making a video a week. I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to be sharing my experience as a sports videographer, giving some behind the scenes stuff, especially with Dylan and what have you. And just subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to see next. Until next time.